Okay, the next lock we're going to look at is the second most common. It's probably even more common in the Kenpo systems as far as a finishing move, and that's the inside wrist lock. The most common way to learn this is just from a shoulder grab. You come up and grab your shoulder. Now, again, this is called the inside because you're going to bring the hand to the inside of the body like so, instead of the outside. So we're going to grab it the same way, except this time when we grab, we're grabbing the other side, down where the pinky is. And we roll it over, and as we do so, we step back. Now, this is where most people mess up the lock. They stop right here. Now, if you notice, Lee is still in a position that he could really counter if he wanted to. He could bend his elbow, he could try to fight with his other hand or even legs because he still has 100% stability. Now, you don't want to point the fingers at his head this way. You want it more of a 45. See, he's already starting to lose the stability there, and then you push and pull. He goes right down, and I have to do very little to get it done. Okay, again, the shoulder grab. Now, if you also watch, if I just step back, how he just, almost releases on its own, and he gets outstretched. So a lot of times you'll stretch and step back and do this, and then you'll step back one more time. And then you've got the lock. Now, the most common way this is done, the first technique that you actually see it in is in passing the horizon. So if you look, you got passing the horizon, the guy grabs you, you do your elbow, you step out, and you're in this position. You pretty much got the lock. All you have to do is grab the hand now, and you finished it. The other way that you'll see it in the Kenpo system is in spiraling wrists. Let's do this straight on. So as he comes in and grabs, you do the technique and you step out. So here's the lock right there. You're going into your inside wrist lock. There again, don't stop with the fingers in this position. Turn the hand to a 45 and push and pull. So I'm going to push with my thumb and pull with my fingers. And you can see I don't have to do anything. I have little effort on my part. And that's how you do the inside wrist lock. The next technique we're going to do is called a standing scissor lock. We're going to show you the easiest way to learn how to do this one is off a crossing talon. So we're going to come in and you break the arm, but instead of turning and doing your elbow, what you're going to do is your forward leg read. That'll roll them onto their stomach. And then from here, you just take your knee and put it right into their shoulder and then squeeze your legs together. Okay, again. So from here, break, adjust, put your foot right in front of theirs, do the forward leg read, take them straight down, follow them in, put your knee right on that shoulder joint, put your other foot right next to it and squeeze the arm together. If you do this correctly, you should have complete control with no hands. Last time. So off of crossing talon, come in, break the arm, adjust your stance, put your left leg in front of theirs, do the forward leg read, get the hand straight up and down. Now on the streets, you drop the knee into that shoulder, but for training purposes, just set it down, push down, and squeeze the legs together. And that's how you would do the standing scissor lock. Okay, the next takedown we're going to look at is the single leg takedown. This one's not a very commonly used takedown, but it does have its advantages. Now this could be used, there again, off of a grab, but we're going to show this one off of a punch. It's a lot easier to make it work. So as your opponent throws, let's say, a hook punch at you, you come in with your double blades and block it. Now from here, you're close enough, depending on your style of fighting, you can headbutt the guy or you can elbow. I prefer the elbow. Then from here, once you elbow, you just heel palm that shoulder muscle right there. What it's going to do is put all that weight on his forward leg, which is what we want. Then our left foot steps forward and we just hook it. Just like that, right around the Achilles tendon. Now as we push the weight, we just step forward and walk into him. As we walk, we drop the knee into the groin, his head pops up, and we strike it back down. Start back a little farther this time. So again, on the single leg takedown off of a punch, double blades. We're going to use our elbow strike, heel palm, get all the weight onto this, hook the leg, step forward, and drop. Now make sure you follow them in real close and tight, otherwise you might end up with that leg between the groin, and that won't be very good for you. So from this angle, so he throws his hook, double blades, elbow, heel palm strike. Get all that weight onto this leg, so that when you hook it, you just step forward, drop the knee into the groin, and punch the face. And that's how you would do a single leg takedown. Okay, the next part we're going to go over is your reaps. Now, a reap is, obviously it's different than a sweep. So as Lee just stands here like that. So we're going to use it off the same thing, a grab, because there again, it's the easiest way to do it. Now a reap, instead of a sweeper never comes in and just sweeps the leg. Now in this case, we're going to almost do a back kick between the legs and catch them with the back of our thigh. So as we come in, we're going to step out, the knee comes up into chamber, just like if you were to kick, and then from here, you literally just kick that leg out from underneath them. It's not a back kick because you're hooking it. Okay, now that's an outside leg reap, obviously because you're going to the outside. So as the person grabs, just like the sweeps, same setup with the hands. We grab the hand, you can strike the throat, heel palm them, eye strike, whatever you want. Mainly you want the upper body to go in the opposite direction of the kick. So as we come in, we take the knee up and kick the leg out from underneath them. Now, go ahead, put your other leg forward. Now the inside leg reap, just as it says, we're going to come to the inside of the body and do the same thing. So as he grabs, we come in, we do the same type of strike, whatever we want, but this time we kick that way, so he goes in the opposite direction. That one's not as common as the outside, but it can be done. Go ahead and use this leg. Right, and it doesn't matter which leg's forward, it's just a matter of what you're trying to accomplish. So if you want to step out this way, you can come in and then kick the leg out that way. This one's not so much that you can take them down and control them, it's just more for a takedown, and then you would follow up like with the knee to the groin and then a strike. So one more time, we have the outside leg reap. So we step out, just like a back kick, and we kick the leg out from underneath them. Now see, on this one, it's easy to control as takedown. I can follow up, I can go into arm bars, or any other ground technique I wish, or just continue on with my Kenpo strikes. The inside version, this time we're going to kick to the inside of the leg. So we set it up, line the leg up the same way, take him down. See how he lands this time? This is where you would kick the groin or the face, or drop your knee and then punch. There again, depending on what you're wanting to do afterwards would depend on whether you use the inside or outside leg reap. The next technique we're going to look at for orange belt is sumo. Sumo is for a low grab. So they're grabbing around your waist or reaching for around the waist. It could even be coming in with a bear hug. Anything that's kind of low to that area. First thing we're going to do is step out to our center line, and we're going to try to strike with the elbows on top of the radial nerve. But we're going to follow through with chops in case you miss that target. Then we're going to come straight into chamber, straight out with our double spear hand to either side of the windpipe. Step forward right to 12 o'clock as our left hand grabs the shoulder into a left soft bow, right hand in chamber. Pivot to horse, forearm strike to the sternum, follow through with an elbow to the chin, roll over hammer fist to the groin, left hand is still in check, draw to cat, back kick, and cross out. Okay, again, step out to square, elbow, forearms into chamber. Double spear hand to either side of the windpipe, pull straight back. Step forward right to 12, grab with your left. Forearm strike the sternum, follow through with an uppercut to the chin, roll over hammer fist to the groin as your left hand stays in check, draw to cat, back kick, and cross out. Okay, from this angle here. Elbow, forearms, double spear hand. Now you want to get to where that's one move. One smooth action would be where you want to achieve. Then back to chamber. Step the soft bow. This again will be one follow through. One smooth action. Roll over hammer fist, back kick, and out. So when you're done, there's only three really moves. This is your first, your second, and your third. Okay, but until you get it down, break it down, into individual steps. Soft bow to horse, roll over, hammer fist, back kick, and cross out. Okay, from a different angle. Step out to square, double spear hand, soft bow, forearm, elbow, roll over, hammer fist, back kick, and cross out. Okay, one last time. Elbows, forearm chops, double spear hand, back to chamber. Step to 12 into soft bow, forearm, continue the motion with the elbow to the chin, roll over, hammer fist, left hand in check, back kick, and cross out. The next technique we're going to look at is headlock A, B, and C. Headlock is just what it says, is for a headlock. Now, on the A variation, as they come around, they've got us in a front headlock. So we're going to step forward left to 230 as we hammer fist the groin and hammer fist the kidney. So the first move, big circles. Then the right hand comes up and you can grab the hair, the nose, the ears, whatever you need to do to pull them back. And heel palm the jaw as your right hand goes into chamber. Okay, again, from here. 1, 2, and back. Okay, again. From here. 1, grab, and back. Okay, one last time on A. Here, grab, and back. Okay, from this angle. Head's in you're in a trigger position for being attacked. Step to 230, big circles, hammer fist, groin, hammer fist, kidney. Right hand comes up and grabs the hair, pivot, hard bow, heel palm the jaw. Okay, again. 1, grab, heel palm. Okay, last time. Grab, heel palm. Okay, from this angle, we bend over, double hammer fist, grab, and heel palm. Okay, again, from here, double hammer fist, grab, heel palm. Okay, the B version is simply, we're just going to, you guys in a front headlock, so we're going to sit here and just strike the groin with a hammer fist until they let go. Okay, again, just step forward, left hand in check, and just strike the groin until they let go. From here we just go step forward, hammer fist, until they let go. Okay, again, just keep going. Last angle, we bend over, check the hand, step forward, just hammer fist the groin until they let go. Okay, last time. Okay, headlock C. I think we'll just do it from these two angles so that you can see it the best. So from here, on the C version, we're just going to drop, ridge hand the groin. Then from there, our left hand grabs behind the ankle as we forearm the top of the knee and take them down. Rotate them over, and then just go into any choke of your choice. Okay, again, from here. Ridge hand the groin, left grab, right forearm as we lift them up, rotate them over, try to trap the leg if you can. If not, don't worry about it, and then go into a choke of your choice on top of them. Okay, one more time from this angle. Bridge hand. Grab forearm as we step, rotate them over, try to trap the leg, and go into your choke. Okay, from over here, bridge hand, grab, forearm, rotate, and then choke. Okay, again, bridge hand. Left grabs around the Achilles tendon. Right forearm as we lift up. Rotate them over onto their stomach. Step and trap the leg. And lock. Okay, last time. One, two, rotate, trap, and lock. And that's how you do headlock A through C. The next technique we're going to look at is called Crash of the Eagles. This is for a two-hand choke from behind. A through D, we're going to step back, and E, we're going to step forward. But pretty much it's all the same motion on E. So what you have is you got someone that's come up and grabbed you. They've put a choke on you, and they're at arm's length. So what we're going to do on A is we're going to take our right foot, step to about 730 into a soft bow. Right hand comes up and over to clear the arms or to pull the guy's head forward. Main objective is to pull the head forward. We're not really care whether that's go or not. We just want to bring that head forward, and then we elbow the head, and then back fist. Okay, again. One, up, elbow, and back fist. So we're going to step into a soft bow, elbow into horse, and then throw the body weight behind in the back fist. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3, and back fist. Now from here on out, all the motion is the same. The only thing that's pretty much going to change is your target or your strikes. So the B version, same thing, up, elbow, but this time we're going to claw the face. Okay, again, up, over, and claw. So A, clear the arms, elbow, back fist. B, step back, elbow, claw. C is two chops. So a lot of students remember it by C is chop chop. So we step back again, clear the arms, elbow, chop the collarbone, going from soft bow to soft bow. Again on C. Step back, clear, elbow, chop, chop. So let's go through those again. We have A, clear, elbow, back fist, B, clear, elbow, claw, C, clear, elbow, chop, chop. Now D is slightly different. I don't step back quite to 730. As I step more straight back, I clear. This time I bring the elbow up and over into a rollover hammer fist rather than sideways. Okay, again, clear, elbow up and over into a rollover hammer fist into a soft bow with your left hand in check. So one more time on D. Step back, almost straight back, soft bow, horse, soft bow. So we have A, clear, back fist. B, elbow, claw. C, elbow, chop, chop to either side of the neck. And D, hammer fist the groin. Now E. E, all we're going to do is step forward instead of back and do the same thing. But rather than repeating A through D all over again, we're just going to work on your hand form and speed. So we're going to clear, back elbow, then back fist, claw, chop the necks, left then right, and then hammer fist the groin. Now you're not going to be doing every one of these strikes to the opponent. You can pick one or a combination of them, just like you can the other way. So E is just step forward, elbow, and repeat all the above. Back fist, claw, chop, chop, hammer fist. So just remember, A3D is back and E is forward. That's crash of the eagles. Okay, the next technique we're going to look at is grasping talon. This is for a cross-arm wrist grab. There's an A and a B variation. The B is just a continuation of A. So in the A variation, you're going to stand pretty much in a neutral stance. We come up and grab, we pin. We bring our right hand straight up so that our palm is looking at us, just like we're looking in a mirror. And then we're going to knife edge it. We should have a Z-lock here, just like that. If you need to further explanation on this, you can refer back to the start of the video on this style of lock. Also, you can look at our jiu-jitsu video for further information as well. So from here, we just pull straight down and knee. Okay, again, hand comes up. Palm right in front of you, just like a mirror. Look at it. Push in, not too far. You don't want it up against their chest. You want it just like this. Level, elbow level with their shoulder, and this in a Z mode. You don't want it bent or out, just like this. So we're here, in, and down. Okay, again, pin, palm, push, down. In the B version, same thing, and just we're going to take them into a standing scissor lock. So there again, we get them down with A, and then we're going to step down. Right, left hand takes control of the arm. Right heel palms underneath the elbow as we shove it up into their face and around so that we're facing about the 730 position, and then drop into a standing scissor lock, which means your knee is on their shoulder. Okay, and between your legs. Again, pin, in, down, step, take them down, pin the arm between their legs. If you do this correctly, you should be able to have both hands free. Okay, from this angle on A, up, in, and down. That's all there is to it. Again, A, in, down. B, you take them into a standing scissor lock. Here, down, so we're going to step down, heel palm the elbow into their face, pivot around, and drop the knee into the shoulder. Okay, again on B, in, down, step, heel palm up and over, and drop the knee into the shoulder. Okay, from this angle, A, pin, 1, 2, they'll come right into your knee. Trust me on that, if you do it right, they're going to go down quick. Again, 1, 2, here. The B version, same thing as A, except after the knee to the chin, we're going to step down. Left hand grabs the arm, right heel palm to the elbow, shove it right into the face as we pivot around, and drop into a standing scissor lock. Okay, again, first do our lock, take them down, set, heel palm, the elbow into their face as we pivot around, and that'll take them down. Drop the knees into the shoulder, and you have your lock. And that's grasping talon A and B. The next technique we're going to look at is called tackle techniques A through D. And like the name says, these are for tackles, someone coming in to try to take you off your feet, which is pretty common nowadays with MMA fighters. So depending on how close they are to you will depend on what option you use, whether A through D. Now A and B, they're pretty much coming at you at a running start. So A, as we step back, we're going to grab the hair, step back to soft bow or the ears, whatever you can get your hands on, and we're going to do a hammer fist right to the top of the spine. Okay, again, grab, hammer fist, striking through the body. B version, same thing. We're just going to do a chop now to the back of the neck. So if they're coming a little faster and then we missed the hammer fist, you might go for the chop instead, or vice versa. So A, step back, hammer fist the top of the spine. B, step back, chop the back of the neck. C, they're in a little closer to us. They're not quite as far. They don't get much of a running start. So we're going to step back and cradle and crush the head. Okay, again, step back, cradle and crush the head. So we have A, which is a hammer fist. B, a chop. C, cradle and crush. D, they're a little bit more on top of you, so we're going to grab them and drop our elbow right onto the back of their spine. Okay, so D, the last one, grab and drop. So, again, A, hammer fist. B, chop. C, cradle and crush. D, drop a body weight with an elbow to the back. So from a different angle. They're coming in, we got A, hammer fist the top of the spine. B, chop the neck. C, cradle and crush. D, elbow to the back of the spine, dropping our body weight. Making sure when we step back, we're in a good, solid, hard bow. You don't want to be half in or half out because this guy's going to come at you and you're going to need to lean into it just a bit. So again, A, hammer fist. B, chop. C, cradle and crush. D, elbow to the spine. From this angle, hammer fist. Chop for B. C, cradle and crush. D, drop of body weight, elbow to the spine. Okay, one last time from this angle. A, hammer fist, soft bow to horse. B, same thing. Soft bow to horse, but a chop. C, soft bow to horse as we cradle and crush. And D, drop of body weight as we elbow the spine. That's tackle technique A through D. The next technique we're going to look at is called passing the horizon A and B. This is for a hammer lock from behind. So as your opponent grabs their right hand and places it behind your back, first thing we're going to do is we're going to counter grab their hand. Then we're going to step back to soft bow as we do an elbow to horse to the face. And on the A version, we're going to take our left foot, step to the 230 position, pull our hand down, pass over. This is a big circle. Okay, so we want to do attack the shoulder, not the arm, because you can't defend against your shoulder. You can't stop it. So pass it over, left kick to the body. Again, hand behind the back. Elbow. Step the soft bow, pass over to soft bow. Left hand checks their elbow, right hand brings the hand up. Front snap kick to the rib cage or body. Okay, again. From here, counter grab. Elbow. Left foot to 230, pivot to face 730, left hand checks the elbow, front snap kick to the rib cage. Okay, from this angle, hands behind the back, we counter grab. We step back, elbow. And then we step forward, bring the hand down and forward, pass it over as we pivot around, check, and kick. Okay, again, counter grab, elbow, step, pull, pass over, and kick. Okay, from this angle here, same thing, hand behind the back, counter grab, elbow, step forward, pass over and check, front snap kick to the body. And again, counter grab, step to soft bow, elbow to horse, left foot steps to 230 to soft bow. Pull your hand forward as you pivot to face 730 into a soft bow, left hand check, left front snap kick to body. Okay, one more time from this angle. Counter grab, elbow, excuse me, step, pass, and kick. Now the B version is pretty much the same, except we're going to step to the 10-30 direction. In this way, instead of using just our legs, we're going to use our whole body weight. So, hand behind the back, same setup. Elbow, step, excuse me, step one more time, with right, so now we're bringing a left lead with the right leg back, left hand checks, and kick to the face. Okay, again, here, step back, left to 10-30. Pull the hand in, and as we step back right to 10-30, we pass over, left hand checks, front step, kick to the face. Okay, one more time. Counter grab, elbow, pull, step and pass, and kick. Okay, from a different angle. Counter grab, elbow, step left, then right, pass over, and kick. One more time from this angle, hand behind the back, elbow, step left to 10-30, drop the right hand, pull them in and forward to 10-30 as we step right, and pivot back around, front step, kick to the face. Okay, from this angle, hand behind the back, elbow, step, step and pass, check, and kick. Okay, again, from here, counter grab, elbow, step left, step right and pass, check and kick. And that's how you do passing the horizon. The next technique we're going to look at for orange belt is kimono grab A through D. This is for a two-hand choke. This is one of the more involved techniques in orange belt as far as how many moves there are. So as the person comes up and grabs, the first thing we're going to do is step back to lock out those arms, and then we're going to take our forearm and come up and try to break the arms. We want to come just above the elbow joint. Then we're going to go back to soft bows. We drop our hand and sweep the hands down and jerk the head forward as we maintain the pin. And then we're going to chop the throat. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do the chop. As you come in from soft bow horse, you can just soft bow chop through, then go into your cradle and crush with the rollover hammer fist, followed by the back kick. The other way that the A version can be done is as we do the break, we come in and we clear, we chop, then we just set up the cradle and crush instead of following through. I find it easier just to follow through on the chop to set that soft bow up. But you can just chop, then go to soft bow to set up the cradle and crush if you wish, followed by a back kick, cross out. Now the B version is identical to A except for one minor difference. There's a shuffle in it. And the reason for the shuffle is you've lost the grip. You no longer maintain the pin. So as you've stepped back, you've done the break, and you've cleared the arm. It's at this point that you've chopped them that they back up on you. So we're going to have to shuffle in, cradle and crush, roll over hammer fist into a soft bow, back kick, and cross out. Now, with all four of these variations, with this particular technique, you need to watch your soft bows. They're very important. So when you step back, you're stepping back into soft bow, breaking into horse. Then you're going back to soft bow, clear the arms, chop through or set up the arm into a horse stance, cradle and crush into horse, follow through with a hammer fist to soft bow, back kick, and cross out. Now on the B version, same thing. Soft bow. Pan comes down, clear, chop the soft bow, shuffle forward, cradle and crush, roll over hammer fist, back kick, and cross out with your hands up. C version, slightly different. We're not going to finish it all the way through to the end. What we're going to do is we're going to step back instead of breaking the arms, because you're really not going to break the arms as much as maybe hyperextend them or make them the tendons tear a bit. But this time we're going to come in with a back knuckle to either arm, depending on where you want to strike, into the funny bone. We're going to strike that. Then we're going to come in, pull them in, chop the throat, set up just like we did before, but we're going to break the arm from the outside this time, rather than underneath, like we're going to do in the technique lever that you're going to learn in a bit. Okay, again, C, step back. Break, or not break, but back knuckle, come back in, clear, chop, pivot back to horse as we do an inward forearm break to the arm. Okay, the D version is the same as C, it's just we're going to take it one step farther. We're going to do the same back knuckle, clear, chop, break, but then from here we're going to go back to soft bow, web hand the tricep tendon as we take our opponent down. And you want to pivot to about the 6-6-30 position and then drop into a standing scissor lock. Okay, again, back knuckle, clear, chop, break, web hand the tricep tendon, and take them down and drop your knee into the shoulder blade for a standing scissor lock. For the standing scissor lock, you can refer to the front of the video. Okay, from this angle, the A version. Break under the arms, soft bow, clear the horse, chop the soft bow, set the hand up, just right here, not down here, get right up and ready in position. Cradle and crush, continue the motion into a hammer fist, which is called a rollover hammer fist. Draw to cat, line yourself up, back kick, and cross out. And if you need to, make adjustments. B version, back knuckle, clear, chop. This time we've lost the grip. They're no longer in range of our cradle and crush, so we're going to shuffle forward, cradle and crush, hammer fist, back kick, and cross out. C version, back knuckle, clear, chop, break the arm to the outside. D, same as C, we just take it one step farther. Back knuckle, the funny bone, clear, chop, break. Then we're going to go back to soft bow, tricep, web hand to the tricep as we take them down and do a standing scissor lock. From this angle, the A version. Pin, soft bow, break just beyond the elbow, back to soft bow, clear. This should be a figure 8 motion here. Strike through the throat, cradle and crush back around, following it through down to a rollover hammer fist, back kick, and cross out. C version, back knuckle, clear, chop, break. The D version, same as C, we're just going to take it one step farther. back knuckle, clear, chop, break, and then we're going to use our soft bow, web hand the tricep tendon, take them down, and drop our knee into their shoulder for a standing scissor lock. And that's kimono grab A through D. The next technique that's required in orange belt is lever A, B, and C. This is a right grab from the right side to your right shoulder. So what you're going to do is first thing you're going to do is you're going to pin the hand like we do when anytime anybody grabs you. We just want to pin or check the hand. We do this for two reasons. One, we're either going to use our body as a base so that we can break it, or two, we just want to know where it is at all times so that we're only dealing with one other hand. As we do so, we're going to step out the soft bow as our right hand is cocked by our right side like in an inward block. So the first motion is this right here. Then from here, you're in a soft bow. We're going to pivot to horse as we break. This hand's going to fall right on the elbow joint, pull them in, and wing chop the throat, as you learned in some of your techniques. Again, one, break, pull in, and wing chop the throat. Now, wing chop just comes straight up the body. It's not out like this. You want to hide it with the contour of their body. So you want to come straight up the line and into the throat, like so. So A again. Pin, break, pull, chop. B version. Same setup. And break. But this time we're going to pull the guy into us. We do this by breaking, and then we just hook like a crane, and we're going to jerk his head towards us, and we're going to elbow back the other way into a soft bow. So our B, we go from a soft bow to a horse, back to a soft bow, elbow back into horse, and we're elbowing the head. Again on B, break, hook the hand, jerk the elbow towards you so that the head comes forward, elbow the head, and back to soft bow. C's a what if. What if you come in and you break and you pull them in on A, but you've lost the grip? They're no longer available. For whatever reason, they've moved on you. You just step forward and elbow them in the face or the ribs anyway. So C version, break, pull them in like you would on A, but then elbow to the face or body, depending on what's available. So let's go through them again. Lever A, soft bow, hand cocked by the head, just like an inward block. Horse to break. Pull them in, wing chop the throat. B, soft bow. Break, crane, hook, jerk them in, elbow them back, and switch the head the other direction. Kind of give them a whiplash. C, the final one, soft bow, break, pull, and elbow. Okay, last time. A, break, pull them in, wing chop. B, soft bow to break, hook to soft bow, elbow to soft bow. C, break, pull, you've lost the grip, they're no longer in range, step forward, elbow the face or the body anyway. And that's lever A through C. The next technique we're going to look at is crashing elbows. This is for a right punch. Now as the right punch comes in, we're going to do our crossbody parry into soft bow with our right hand in chamber. This way we'll be set up for a elbow strike to the rib cage, and then we're going to do a hammer fist back to soft bow through the kidney. So again, crashing elbows A, crossbody parry into soft bow, elbow through the rib cage into soft bow, hammer fist through the kidneys into soft bow while the left hand maintains a check position. Okay, again, crossbody parry, elbow, hammer fist. B version is, what if you're in too tight for the hammer fist? So you've come in and you've done your elbow, but if you throw a hammer fist, it's going to go across his back. So in this case, we're just going to elbow right back through. Now there's two different ways to do the B version, and either way is accepted by us. The first one is the one I just showed you. And you just 1, 2. The second way a lot of students like to do as well is they come in, they do their elbow, but they come back in and strike behind the opponent to do the elbow strike so they can stay on the dark side rather than following through, just tack the front. Either way we'll accept it. So B, we'll show you both variations again. Crossbody parry, elbow. You can either follow through with the elbow, or the other variation you can use is elbow drive from behind. Okay, from this angle, crossbody parry into soft bow, elbow the ribs for A, hammer fist back through again. Okay, again, crossbody parry, elbow, hammer fist. 3 soft bows. The left hand always maintains a check position and it never drops. And the hand comes from a chamber position. So 1, 2, 3. The B version. There again, there's 2 different ways to do it depending on which one you like. The first way is elbow, elbow. You're just doing just basically like the A version, except with just elbows all the way through, soft bow to soft bow. The other way you can do it, crossbody parry, elbow, step behind them, and just drive the elbow. Okay, from this angle, crossbody parry into soft bow, elbow to soft bow, hammer fist to soft bow. Left hand means change the check at all times. Again, hand in chamber, elbow, hammer fist. B variation, both ways to do it. Crossbody parry, elbow, follow through with the elbow. Or if you prefer, You can do the cross-body parry, elbow, step in behind, and do a driving elbow. Okay, again on B. Cross-body parry, elbow, elbow to soft bow, or, there again, if you prefer, you don't have to, it's up to you, either way. Cross-body parry, elbow, and drive. And that's how you would do crashing elbows A and B. The next technique we're going to look at is heel hook. Now heel hook is for a full Nelson, so your hands are going to be up in this position. So from here, we're going to set the square horse, pin the hands, and jerk our arms forward as we do so, locking those arms out. Then we're going to take our right leg and heel hook right behind our left. Spread that leg out, side thrust kick the other leg, rake down the shin, and stomp on the top of the foot. Okay, again, full Nelson. Drop our body weight, drop all our weight onto those arms, lock them and pin them, cross the arms, right heel hook, right side thrust kick, rechamber, slide, and drop. Okay, again, from here, 1, 2, kick, kick, stomp. Now the B version to heel hook is slightly different. From here, we start off the same, 1, 2, but this time we're going to grab the hands as they're loose. We're going to grab the 2 fingers, thumb underneath it. We're going to step left to 230 as we rotate the hand clockwise so that the fingers are on the bottom and the elbows at the top. Applying that pressure upwards, grab the elbow, place it into yours, step right to the 230 direction, and take them down. Now the step can be anywhere between 230 and 3. Okay, again on heel hook B. From here, pin the arms, grab the fingers, rotate. So we're just going to take the fingers and just rotate in a clockwise manner until the fingers are palmed down. Grab the elbow, place it into yours, apply the pressure, step, and down. Okay, last time for heel hook B. So from here, 1, grab, and down. So we got heel hook A and B on this particular variation. So let's review them. Heel hook A, full Nelson, 1, pin, 1, 2, strike. B is our lock. So we start from here, pin, grab, left to 230, rotate, elbow into yours, right to 230 for the takedown. And that's heel hook A and B variation. The next technique we're going to look at is bending the sword. This is your next step in the 4-directional throw. Now we've learned it off of breaking the sword, B, which was a handshake. Now we're going to take it to a grab. And we're going to add a little more strikes to it, or at least one more strike to it. So we've got ourselves in a grab. They come up and grab, and obviously if they're grabbing you, they're going to throw a punch. So we're going to rotate the hand around, and as we do so, we're going to slice kick with our left foot through the knee. Now a slice kick is basically a kick that comes at an arc, and we don't strike straight into the body. All we want to do is slice through it. In this case, we want to take the heel and catch the kneecap. So as we go and strike through the kneecap, we're dislocating it. So from here, slice kick through the kneecap, rechamber, set down, somewhere between the 2:30, 3 o'clock position. It's really going to depend on your opponent. In the air, it'll probably step more to 2:30, but on the street it may vary on when you're doing it on opponent. It may vary depending on their size and everything that's around you. So we're slice kicking. So from here, let's just do that again. Rotate the arm around, so palms up, elbows bent. That should turn their shoulders away. Slice kick, rechamber, set down. Right against theirs, just like we learned in breaking the sword B. Adjust, cross the shoulders, and down. So we're going to take what we've learned in breaking the sword B and just take it to the next level. So again, handshake, rotate around, slice kick, rechamber and bump, keeping that up, just like you learned in breaking the sword B. Adjust your right foot up and over, sliding across, don't bring it across over your head, and break. Okay, one more time. Slice, rechamber, up and down. Okay, different angle. From here, we're going to rotate that arm around, and as we do so, slice kick, set down, up, and over and punch. Now, one little more trick to this is as you do the rotation is bring your left hand involved in it using the knuckle, what they call the gakun, of your first finger here, up against that radial nerve, and rotate that arm around even more. That'll add a little more pressure and pain to it. Slice, back, and down. Okay, last time. Rotate as we slice. Now as you get better at this, this should be almost one complete move. Here, adjust, and down. Okay, from here, slice, and down. Okay, one more time. We're here, going to rotate it so that the palm is facing up. Slice kick the knee, set down about 2:30, adjust the right to about 10:30, slide across, and down. And that's what we call bending the sword. The next technique we're going to look at is bridge A and B. Bridge is a two-hand choke from behind or grab. First thing we're going to do is we do with every single time someone grabs you, whether it's a two-hand choke or a bear hug, is we automatically open up our center line. And in this case, we're going to counter grab the top of the arms. Now don't lift. Just like on Dancer, we're not going to lift. We're just going to counter grab so when the arms are released, we have control of them. So from here, bridge, we're going to go under a bridge. So we're going to go under the arms. So step back right to 7:30. Pull the arms tight so that the elbows are past each other. Then step forward right to about the 4:30 position. Break. Lift the arms up and out of the way. Elbow the solar plexus. Hammer fist the groin. Again. Grab. Tie the knot. Pull the arms tight. Step in and break. You're going to push down with your left. and punch with your right to do the break. Then you're going to lift up with the right, elbow, hammer fist. Now the B version to this is identical, except now they have their leg in front. So they're kind of grabbing you like this or like that, depending on how they're grabbing you, but the leg is forward. So we're going to counter grab still, and as we come around, we notice the legs there. So we're going to front snap kick it, then do the break, up, hammer fist, elbow. So both of them are the same, except B, all you do is add a front snap kick. So bridge A, counter grab, underneath, push down, punch, lift up, elbow the solar plexus, hammer fist the groin. B version, when the legs are in the way, counter grab, underneath, tie the knot, front snap kick, break, lift up, elbow, hammer fist. Okay, from this angle, A, bridge, here, punch, up, elbow, hammer fist. B, kick, punch, up, elbow, hammer fist. Now it doesn't matter whether you step out left or you step out right. You can step out either way. Whichever way is easier and makes it more comfortable and fluid for you to do the move. Okay? The B version. Grab, here, kick, break, up, elbow, hammer fist. Okay, last time from this angle. A, counter grab. Step right, step in to 230, break, up, elbow, hammer fist. B version, counter grab, tie the knot, front snap kick, break, up, elbow, hammer fist. Okay, from this angle, counter grab, go into the bridge, step forward on A and break, lift up, elbow, hammer fist. Okay, last time on A, counter grab, right foot steps back to 730, tie the knot, step forward to 230, break the arms, lift up, elbow, hammer fist. Okay, B version, counter grab, come across, front snap kick, break, lift up, elbow, hammer fist. Last time on B, counter grab, underneath, break, up, elbow, hammer fist. And that's bridge A and B variation. The next technique we're going to look at is called Eagle's Beak. There's 3 variations to this, A, B, and C. Eagle's Beak is for a right grab to your right shoulder. So as they grab, the first thing we're going to do, like we do with all grabs of any kind, is we pin. As we pin, we're going to step out slightly to a horse into a soft bow. Right hand is in chamber. We strike straight up, either with a fist number 1 or a middle knuckle fist or an eagle beak strike into the nerve bundle right under the arm. So Eagle's Beak A, soft bow, and strike up, either fist 1 or an eagle beak strike, depending on which you prefer. Again, soft bow and strike up. The B version, and this one what we're going to do, same setup, except we're not going to pin the hand, as we're going to clear the arm. So we're going to kind of do an extended outward block, but in a circular action, continuing the motion and striking straight in to the rib cage. Again, on B, clear the arm, circle into chamber and out as we do an eagle beak strike or middle knuckle break to the rib cage. Again, clear and strike. Now the C version, we're going to combine A and B together and add one more element. So on C, they've grabbed, so we're going to step in and strike underneath the arm into the nerve bundle. Then we're going to clear the arm, strike the ribs to break the rib cage, shove it in to the body, and rake down the line of the ribs. Okay? Eagle's beak A again. Soft bow. Hands pinned, fist in chamber, and strike up into horse. Okay? That's all there is to it. From here to here. B. We're going to clear the arms like we do on extended outward block and all of our other techniques, returning dragon. But this time we're not going to stop. We're going to circle it right back in the chamber. So it's just a crescent or a circular action as we go to soft bow, horse, strike. Excuse me. Pardon me. As we go to horse to strike. So, B version. Clear to soft bow, right hand comes into chamber, back to horse as we strike the rib cage. Again, B. Clear and strike. See, we combine the two together. Strike up, soft bow to horse, clear back to soft bow, back to horse as we strike into the rib cage. This time we're going to go to a left soft bow as we rake the rib cage. Okay. Last time. Strike underneath the arms with the A variation, clear the arm, and strike the rib with the B variation. And then our extra element we're going to add to the C variation is rake it down as we go to a right soft bow. That's eagle's beak, A through C. The next technique we're going to look at is front bear hug. This has several variations to it, and as the name says, it's for a front bear hug. Your arms are free, so you have the use of them. These techniques will work whether your feet are on the ground or if they've lifted you up in the air. Now the A variation, what we're going to do is we're assuming you're standing on the ground. You're going to step left, grab the hair, pull the head back, rake the eyes, half fist the throat. Again on A. Left foot steps to about the 12 o'clock position, maybe 11. Pull the head back, rake the eyes, half fist to the throat. Now if they don't have any hair, you can use the eyes or grab them by the nose. Again, rake, half fist to the throat. The B version, on all the rest of them, we're going to step back. On the B, we're going to take the back knuckles of our hands and hit the mastoid part of the head. And we're just going to whip through it until they let go or soften up, loosen up enough that you can do something else. So B is just for back knuckles. Just kind of remember B for back knuckles. So we have A, you step around, pull, rake, half fist the throat. We have B, which is your back knuckles to the back of the mastoid. Now just remember, you're going to have to kind of move your head side to side as you do that so that the head doesn't come and hit you. C version is our fist number 1. right to the small or base of the skull. As we step back, we're going to cradle the head so it can't go anywhere when we have a base. So we're just going to hit that. Hit your hand to practice so that you get used to hitting something. So the hand goes and don't until it hits something instead of guessing where the head is. So we cradle the head, step back, and then just strike to the small of the neck. The D version, similar. We're going to step back, but we're going to use our middle knuckle fist. Go right here into the ear, between the ear and the mandible, right there in that mandible nerve, and you're going to grind it in like a screwdriver. So let's go through A through D again. We have A, rake, half fist. We have B. You can step back either foot. It's your back knuckles. We have C, which is the cradle of the head. Fist number 1 to the back of the neck or base of the skull. And then we have D, which is your screwdriver, right into the mandible nerve of the jaw. Okay, last time through. Step forward, pull the hair, rake, half fist. No power pattern, just make sure you're in a proper fighting stance. B, step back left or right. It doesn't really matter, whichever is comfortable for you. And back knuckle strikes to the back of the mastoid. C version, cradle the head, fist number 1, right to the base of the skull. C version, right to the ear and grind it in. Now there again, B, C, D, it doesn't matter which foot you step back with. It's just whichever is more comfortable for you. Now the E version is a kata version. Now the kata is we're going to step back and do A along with C. So we're going to combine C and A together. So we start from here. We step back and do C as we brace or cradle the head, grab the hair, break the eyes, half fist the throat. You'll find this in short 3 of your blue belt kata, the final move before the salutation. So we step back, front bear hug C, combined with front bear hug A, which gives us front bear hug E. So let's go through all 5 of those one last time. Front bear hug A, step around, eye rake, half fist the throat. Front bear hug B, back knuckles to the mastoid. Front bear hug C, cradle and strike with our fist number 1. And front bear hug D, grind with our eagle beak strike. And the last version, which is the kata version, front bear hug E, step back, do C, grab the hair, rake the eyes as we do a variation of front bear hug A. And that's front bear hug A through E. The next technique we're going to look at is scimitar. Scimitar is for a right punch. Now as the right punch comes in, we're going to step in, knife edge strike the hand down on the radial nerve. That'll jerk the head forward. As the head comes forward, we're going to use an inverted knuckle rake or half fist through the eyes, and then we come back with a hammer fist through the kidney. Again, left foot to 1030, right hand cocked high as it gets ready for the strike. So this is your first move. So when you're stepping, make sure this is your position. Left soft bow, right hand cocked high by the head, left hand down in a knife edge position. As you go to your knuckle strike, you reverse it into a right soft bow with a right knuckle through the nose and eyes as the left hand stays in a check position. Then from here, we're going to reverse our soft bow again as we roll the hand over into a hammer fist, reverse into a left soft bow, maintaining that left hand check. Again, strike the radial nerve, eye rake, hammer fist. Okay, from a different angle. Scimitar, step left, 1030. Knife edge, strike to the radial nerve, right hand cocked high, left soft bow. Right through the eyes and nose, hammer fist back through the kidneys. Okay, one more time. Strike, strike through the eyes, hammer fist through the kidneys. Different angle. Step to 1030, right hand cocked high, half fist inverted through the eyes and nose, hammer fist back through the kidney. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Just like crashing elbows, you should have 3 soft bows with this technique as well. The next technique we're going to look at is breaking the cross. This is for a two-hand choke from behind, just like bridge is. The only difference is with bridge is they're at a distance. With breaking the cross, they're on top of you, so their hands are like this, so you don't have the room to go under. So this is how we would use this technique in this case, as you would use it to go around. So as they come up and grab, we're going to step out and counter grab. Then our right foot's going to step to about the 9 o'clock position as we break the arm, punching down with our right and lifting up with our left. Front snap kick the groin or leg, double them over, cradle and crush. Okay, again, grab, break, kick, rechamber, set down, and as we set, we're going to cradle and crush, and you should end up in a nice, good horse stance or fighting stance. Last time from this angle, grab, break, kick, cradle and crush. Okay, from this angle now. Counter grab. Step out. Punch. Now see how I'm punching down with my right and lifting up with my left. Front snap kick, rechamber, and as we set, we're going to cradle and crush. Again, grab, break, kick, punt, or strike. Okay, from this angle. Step out. Here, punch down, kick, cradle and crush. Again, step out to a low horse, counter grab those wrists. Don't lift them up, just grab them. Dancer in front, break, kick, cradle and crush. Okay, the next technique we're going to look at is aiming the spear. This is a grab to your right shoulder along with a punch. So left grab to right shoulder, right punch. So as they come in to grab, we're going to use our flex block. Now flex block just basically comes straight up. And you use the forearm to kind of push or strike that hand loose. At the same time, we're going to step back with our right foot into 6 o'clock into a soft bow as we do our flex block, back the horse with our heel palm. That'll block the punch as well as strike your opponent. That's the first move. So it's like this. Then from here, as you push the head back, half fist to the throat to hard bow, back to fighting stance. So as they grab you, you're going to jerk them forward as you step back and into that heel palm. That's going to jerk that head back and open up that throat, and then we're going to pop it with our half fist. Okay? Again, clear and strike, half fist the throat into a hard bow. Okay, from this angle, step, clear. Just about head height, making sure this forearm strikes through that wrist. Half fist the throat. Again, 1, 2. Okay, from this angle, just a couple of moves. Step back, heel palm, and clear at the same time. Half fist the hard bow. Again, 1, 2. And that's aiming the spear. The next technique we're going to look at is raising the staff A and B variation. They're two totally different ways of doing the same or something similar to a hand. I wouldn't say it's the same technique, but it's two different ways of having to deal with the same type of attack. So the first variation is to come in and grab. We're going to drive the hand up, strike down on top of the shoulder. At the same time, we're going to take our tiger jaw and wrap it around the windpipe and squeeze. And we're going to rake out as we drive down. So again here, you step the soft bow. Web of the hand opens up. This catches right under the wrist as we come up. This reaches and grabs at the same time. We drive this down and pull this out as we turn the horse. Okay, again. Okay, the B version to this is the hand is in this position. And basically we're just going to go to a basic outside wrist lock. So you're going to come here and down. Now, if you're not familiar with the outside wrist lock, you need to refer to the yellow belt video at the start as it goes over all the basic locks for that belt, and one of them is the outside wrist lock. That's where you're first introduced to it. So make sure you check that video out if you need a refresher. So from here, come up and down. Okay, again, 1, 2. So we got raising the staff A. We're going to come in, raise the arm up, grab the throat with a tiger jaw, rip and drive down. Okay, again on A, up, grab, and drive. B version, we step out into a square horse and go right into an outside wrist lock. Okay, from this angle, drive up and down as we rip. Again, raising the staff A and drive. Last time, up and drive. Raising the staff B. Okay, there again, do this from here so you can better see it. This just comes up, grab it, rolls over right on top of it, steps to square horse, bring it right down to your belt and their triangulation point, and they should be right on the ground right there. Okay? So from here and down. That's raising the staff A and B. The last technique we're going to look at for White Tiger Kenpo Orange Belt is checking the serpent. This is for someone throwing a kick off their front leg. Now, as they throw the kick, like a crossing back kick, for example, they're going to bring their knee up prior to the kick. In that chamber position, in that split second, is what you want to work on. So it's going to take a lot of practice and timing on this to get that, but you want to get them as soon as they chamber that leg, so you have to watch for the chamber. Then as they come in and chamber the leg, we're going to shuffle in and stomp down on it, grab the shoulders or eyes. If you're in the school practicing, you grab the shoulders. On the streets, you want to grab the eyes. And then we go into a rear lever throw. Say it again, from our fighting stance. Stomp. Grab the eyes, take them down, and punch if you wish. Okay, last time from this angle. From our power side forward, so we got our right leg forward. Stomp down. Grab, throw, and punch. From this angle, down. Grab, throw them down, and punch. Say it again. Stomp. From here, we're going to step left to 12, grab them, step right, pivot to face 12, and then punch to the face. Last time from this angle. Stomp, grab, step left, right, 12, then pivot to 12 and throw. Okay, from this angle, from our fighting stance. Stomp down right on top of that chamber, step left to 12, right to 12, pivot to face 12 as we throw, and punch. Okay, last time. Stomp, grab, step left, step right, pivot, and throw and punch. And that's checking the circuit. Okay, the next technique we're going to look at is outside leg reap. Now the outside leg reap is for a right grab to your left shoulder. But always remember, if they're grabbing, there's a punch coming, even if the technique doesn't call for it. So as they grab, we're going to slightly step out. That'll help get outside the punch. At the same time, we're going to do a leg reap and strike the throat to take your opponent down. Okay, so it's called an outside leg reap because we're going to come in to the outside of the leg, almost like a back kick, and you catch the kick right between the legs with your thigh as you take them off the ground. So again, one, strike, and come down. Okay, again, check. We're going to heel palm and strike at the same time, or heel palm the throat. At the same time, we're going to leg reap. That'll neutralize any punch, as well as take your opponent down. From here, step and pin, outside leg reap. Last time, step and pin, outside leg reap. Okay, from this direction, step and pin, strike the throat. Now when you're in training, you might want to hit the chest instead of the throat so you get the same reaction without hurting your partner, and take them down. Okay, last time, pin, set down and get into a position that if you need to, you can come in and finish your opponent up with some other self-defense technique. That is outside leg reap. Okay, the next technique we're going to look at is single leg takedown. This is for a right punch. As the right punch comes in, we're going to step forward right to 12 o'clock, do a double slap block, and immediately followed by an elbow to the chin. The double slap block should pull his head forward. And as the head comes forward, we're going to jerk the head back with the elbow strike. That will expose and tighten up the chest muscles. Then we're going to strike straight down on top of the chest muscles, hook the leg with your left. Now just take your left leg and literally put your Achilles tendon right behind theirs. Then step step right, then left, drop your knee in the groin, and punch the face. Again, smother, elbow, heel palm strike to the chest. Hook your leg with your left. Step right, then left to 12. Drop your right knee into the groin. Right punch to the face as they pop up. From here, smother, elbow, heel palm to chest, hook the leg, step, step, and punch. Okay, again, smother, elbow, heel palm hook. Now what you want to try to eventually do is get to where you're striking and hooking at the same time so they lose their balance. Then step and punch. Okay, last time from this angle. 1, 2, hook and strike, and step. Now if you can't do the hook and strike at the same time, you can break it down at this level. Just try to get to where you can eventually. 1, 2, hook and strike, and punch. Again, smother, elbow, hook and strike, step right to 12, left to 12, drop your right knee onto the groin. As the head pops up, you're going to punch them in the face. The next technique we're going to look at is trapping the serpent. Trapping the serpent is for a right punch, and we're going to use our scissor block. As the right punch comes in, we're going to step right to 12, use our scissor block, which is a left heel palm, a right heel palm, left back fist. The left hand counter grabs the arm, right hand comes up by the ear, inward block or forearm smash to the bicep, chop the neck with our right hook, knee, shove them forward, elbow the spine. Again, step forward right, inside scissor block, counter grab, forearm strike the bicep, chop the neck. As we chop them, we're going to move them away and pull them into our knee, push them away again, and elbow the back into a soft bow. Last time from this angle. Scissor block, forearm strike, chop, hook, knee, shove, elbow. From this angle, scissor block, forearm strike, chop the neck, kind of shove them away until you hook around the tip of your fingers and pull them right back into the knee, shove them again, and elbow. Always keeping your opponent off balance. Again, 1, 2, strike, knee, and elbow. From here, scissor block, forearm strike, knife edge to the throat, hook it, push, pull, and push and pull again as we elbow the back of the spine. And last time, scissor block, forearm strike, chop, knee, and elbow. And that's trapping the serpent. The next technique we're going to look at is a wrist down turn technique. This is for a thrusting knife attack. Now, as the thrusting knife comes in, we're going to use a similar tactic as we did in circling thorn. We're going to come in and check the hand as it comes thrusting. And then we're going to slide our right hand over the fist so that your hand comes in over the fist like this. And as we do so, we're going to step forward and push down on the wrist. And bring it down to your belt as we step again left, pivot, drop your knee onto their bicep, right knife edge to the throat. Again, you come in, grab the top of the hand so that your palm's on top of theirs, step forward, and as we step again, you drop them, pivot onto the bicep, take the knife out, and place it against their throat. Okay, from this angle, wrist down turn. Come in, check the hand. This slides in just like this. Then we're going to grab the wrist as we step forward and drop them, placing the knife on their throat. So as we do this, when you get better at this, this should be just like a 1, 2, pivot and drop. So it's right, left, pivot, drop. Again, grab and check, step right, left, bring it down to your belt, and drop them. Okay, from this angle, this is wrist down turn for a thrusting knife. So the knife comes in, we check the hand, grab the wrist, step forward, start bringing the hand down to your belt, step again to your left, do the final push down to your belt, pivot and drop onto their bicep. The hand, if the knife isn't already gone, it will be at that point, and you take it and place it on their throat. Last time. 1, drop, step, pivot, take the knife, place on their throat. And that's wrist down turn. Okay, the next ones we're going to go over are your chokes, standing and sitting. The first ones we're going to do are your sitting chokes, or ones that your opponent would be on their knees. Now we're going to do these with our practice partner in a kneeled or sitting position. This is a safety precaution so that nobody gets hurt. Now remember, the objective of this drill is not to knock out your opponent or your partner. We don't want them being knocked out, because then it's dangerous to try to revive them correctly. Now the first one we're going to use is the blood choke. Now the key to these chokes, or any chokes, is don't come around like this, because if I come around like this, he can just come up and block very easily. We always want to snake or crawl within it. Now a breath choke, the thumb here goes right across the windpipe, just like so. The hand comes straight on the shoulder. We grab. Now you want to tuck your chin, because he's going to try to strike your eyes or hit you when you apply this. So tuck your head, pull in, and then immediately let go as soon as your partner slaps. Okay, again on the breath, the hand comes in, thumb right there. The crook of the thumb should be just right on that windpipe. You should just feel it. Palm straight down, tuck your head, push and pull. Okay, the blood choke, same thing, except we're going to come up higher. The thumb should come around the carotid artery. Same position, just a slightly different tuck and chin. Okay, what you see a lot of students do is they put the elbow way down here. Now you don't want that, because he could just use the crook of his elbow, crook of your elbow, to breathe. So make sure these are flush. So the blood choke again, here, grab, and squeeze. Now keep in mind, if you're actually using these in a self-defense situation, it's going to take up to about 30 seconds for the guy to pass out. And during that time, he's not going to sit there and just let you do it. He's going to be struggling, so you need to be ready and hang on and go for a ride. The other thing is make sure you're close and up personal with your opponent. Don't be out here like this trying to apply it, because you've got no base. He's just going to keep moving, or he's going to dance her out. So you got to be up next to him. The next one we're going to look at is the scissor choke. This one, you come up almost like a blood choke, but you're going to grab his gi. This hand comes in the back. Some people refer to it almost as the I Dream of Jeannie, because of the way your hands are. Hand here, grab your bicep, and squeeze. Okay, again on the scissor choke, you come in and around. Grab his gi. Grab your bicep, and then squeeze together. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is the half Nelson. Basically, you start to do like a blood or breath choke, and the guy comes up and tries to get you with his eyes. You know, he's trying to punch you or something. So you just come in and wrap it, and then apply it as well. Okay, again on the half Nelson, you start to do the choke, and he's trying to come up and fight you. So use his arm, to help with the lock. The last one of these we're going to look at is the python. Now the python is this, okay? So the hand comes here and this goes here, just like this. Now if you do this, the elbow should just be slightly past the shoulder and this is here. Now if you do this properly, he should start feeling it before you even apply the lock. Okay? Again, the elbow slightly past the shoulder, not on the shoulder, just past it. This hand comes in and you grab your own bicep. Get in there nice and snug, grab the crown of his head, and squeeze. Okay, and those are your chokes for a sitting position. The next technique we're going to look at is called leg pull. This is for a bear hug from behind. Our arms are pinned, but we have what we call a high pin, which means we have the use of our lower arms. Just like in front bear hug, but this is a rear bear hug. But our arms are pinned. So from here, as we come in and pin our arms, what we're going to do is we're going to step back to about the 5:30 position. We don't want to go straight back to 6, but we want to be somewhere between the 4:30 and 5:30 position as we sit on their leg. Now you just want to sit on top of their knee and hammer fist the groin. That's the first move. So the first move of leg pull is just step back, sit back on the knee to lock it out, hammer fist the groin. From here, we lift the leg up and back kick right between the legs. Okay, again. Hammer fist and sit. Grab right at the Achilles tendon and lift straight this way. Don't lift up. Just lift forward because they won't be able to stop it. And then back kick into the groin. Last time from this angle, we're going to set back and lock out that knee. Hammer fist the groin, grab, and then back kick straight down between the legs. From this angle, hammer fist, grab, back kick. Okay, last time from here, hammer fist, sit, grab, and back kick. Last angle. So as we set back, we're just going to sit on top of that knee and lock it out, just like that. And then hammer fist, pull, and back kick. Remember, we're not going to lift the leg up, we're going to pull against it so they have no traction or footage. Last time. Step back to about 5:30 with your right, sit on the knee and push backwards, hammer fist the groin with your left. Both hands reach down across the Achilles tendon, slide it forward as we lift, and back kick to the groin. That's leg pull. Okay, the next technique is called crane leap. Crane leap is for a cross arm grab or a handshake. Now, as the name comes from, we're going to leap into the strike. So as they grab our hand, what we want to do is left heel palm to the elbow as we bend the fingers to lock that arm out as best we can. At the exact same time, we're going to leap forward till about 11 o'clock with our left leg as we heel palm and drive our right knee into the body or groin. So the A version is just knee and elbow. Now everything is based off that move. The B version, same as A, we're just going to add a kick to it. So we come in, side thrust kick, and plant down. The idea being as we pulled them, their leg came forward, which gave us the leg to kick. So again, on B, heel palm, side thrust kick, and down. C, heel palm. This time we're going to grab them by the medial nerve, pull them in, and chop the back of the neck. Again on C. Knee, pull, and chop. D is all the above. We're going to combine everything together. So we're going to drive the knee, side thrust kick, rechamber, pull, and chop. So we have crane leap A. Drive that knee straight in. Crane leap B. Side thrust kick. Crane leap D, or C. Chop. Now crane leap D. Thrust and chop, which is all the above. So from this angle, crane leap A. Drive that knee as we leap into the strike. B. Add our side thrust. C. Pull by the medial nerve and strike the back of the neck. D. All the above. Knee, strike, pull, and chop. And from here, A. Drive the knee straight in as we heel palm and pull them into us. B. Same thing, but add a thrust to the knee. C. Pull them in and chop the back of the neck. And D, all the above. Drive, pull, chop. And that's crane leap A through D. The next technique we're going to look at is knee lift. Knee lift is for a bear hug, arms high. In other words, your bear hug, which we know what that is, plus your arms are pinned, but the pin is high, which means you have the use of your lower arms, plus your legs. So as they got you pinned, what we're going to do is we're going to take a double thumb strike right into the groin. That should soften up the arms enough to come out and clear, grab them by the neck, knee the body 3, 4 times, however many times you want, and then throw them off to the left or to the right, whichever way is more comfortable. It doesn't really matter. Okay, again, your arms are pinned. You don't have any room. They're right up against you, so we're going to take our thumbs and strike them right in the groin. That should get them to do this. Once the arms are released, we're going to come up underneath, grab them. Make sure you grab palm to palm, not like this. You can get loose. Grab palm to palm. Tuck the arms in to hold them in. Knee them. Like I said, if you want, you can just plant down and throw that way. It doesn't matter. Just once you knee them 3 or 4 times, throw them the other way. You can also alternate knees. You can practice in any number of ways depending on what you prefer and what rhythm you like. So again, thumb strikes. Grab, knee, and then throw. And that's knee lift. The next technique we're going to look at is anvil A, B, C, and D. Anvil is for a two-hand grab. Now what we're going to do is, we have learned in previous belts, what we want to release from is we want to release from the weakest part of the grips, which is the thumb. So in this case, we're going to pull the hand out straight to your shoulders in the shape of an anvil. So as they come back here on the A version, there's A through D, we're going to step back left, back knuckle the radial nerves as we step forward into a hard bow, into what we call a butterfly strike. They're basically two heel palms, fingers pointed away, one to either side of the rib cage. Okay, again, from here. Now, does it matter if you step back or left or right? No, I could step back right and do the exact same motion. It's kind of an irrelevant question because it doesn't affect the technique whatsoever. So from here, pull, back knuckle right into chamber as we step forward, double butterfly strike to either side of the sternum as we go into a hard bow. Now, A through D, or A through C, I should say, are all basically the same motion with minor variations. So one last time on A. Step back right or left, back knuckle, and heel palm. Tradition is to step back right. Last time. Clear, back knuckle right into the radial nerves as you pull into chamber, and using that same continuous motion without stopping, double heel palm to the solar plexus. Now the B version, same thing, but we want to back them off a little bit. Maybe they're too close. So we come in, front snap kick, rechamber, set down into our butterfly strikes. Okay, again on B. Step back, clear, kick, and butterfly strikes. Now the C version, C, if you're up against the wall, say like this. I don't have the room to step back without running into it. So C is step back into cat. In this case, we're going to step back left, draw to a right cat stance, front snap kick the groin, back them up just a bit, give us some room, then our double butterfly strikes to the solar plexus to back them up even further. That's A through C. Now the D, what if you can't release? Now there really shouldn't be any reason you can't if you do it properly, but for some reason, let's say you can't. Well, basically you just spread them and kick. Just spread the arms apart, don't fight it, open up a center line, and front snap kick the groin. Then usually from there, you can sometimes lead right into it. Okay, let's go through these from a different angle. The A version. Step back right, pull the arms against the thumb, right into shoulders, step forward as we double strike the back knuckles to the radial nerve, hard bow, double heel palm, or what's known as a butterfly strike. Okay, again on A. Clear, strike, palm strike, or butterfly strikes. B, same thing. And now we're going to add the front snap kick. Okay, again. Clear, strike, kick, rechamber, set, and butterfly strikes. C, we're up against the wall. Draw to cat, kick, rechamber, set, butterfly strikes. And D, can't get released for some reason, so we're just going to spread the arms and front snap kick the groin. Okay, from here, A, pull, back knuckle the radial nerve, step forward, butterfly strike. Try to keep that all one continuous motion so that we can use that continuous motion into the power of our hard bow. Last time for A, clear, step, and strike. B, same thing, but now we're going to add the front snap kick and strike. Now make sure you rechamber that kick. Set it where you want it and land into the strike so that you can develop the power that you need. Again, 1, clear, kick, rechamber, set down, and into the strike. C, draw to cat, kick, and strike. D, spread them and kick them. Okay? You can't get loose, so don't fight it. Don't spend time and energy fighting it. Just spread them, kick them, and then usually, like I said before, you can go on to the technique, but it's not required for the technique. That's anvil A through D. The next technique we're going to look at is reverse hammer lock. Now, reverse hammer lock is for a hammer lock from behind. The difference is it's in a cross arm grab rather than a straight arm grab. In passing the horizon, for example, that's a straight arm hammer lock. In this case, they're using a left grab to your right arm, so it's a cross arm grab. So you can't get the same reaction that you're looking for as you would in passing the horizon. So in this case, on the A version, they're right on top of you like this. So we're going to step forward as we counter grab. We're going to step to a soft bow. Elbow is cocked at shoulder level. And we're going to pivot the horse as we break their elbow and then hammer fist the groin. Okay, again, we got us in a hammer lock. We counter grab as we step forward. Now you want to step to about 12 o'clock, but it could be either direction slightly. It doesn't have to be exactly 12. Soft bow. Left hand cocked at shoulder level. Elbow as we pivot the horse, watching your opponent, and hammer fist the groin. One more time on A. And hammer fist the groin. Now the B variation to this is identical. The only difference is they're at arm's length. So B is for back. We step back into them and do the exact same motion. Okay, again. The B version, counter grab, step back to about the 430 position, break, and hammer fist. So A is forward, B is back. So let's do these one more time from this angle. The A version, step forward, and hammer fist. The B version, step back, and hammer fist. Okay, from this angle. So the A, they got us the hammer lock. We step forward to about 10:30, 12 o'clock. Elbow, hammer fist. Again. Break, hammer fist. The B version, same thing, but step back. Okay, one last time. And that's reversing hammer lock A and B. The next technique we're going to look at is rocking elbow. This is for a straight arm wrist grab. Now once again, remember, if someone's grabbing your wrist, chances are there's a punch coming. Even though the technique itself doesn't call for defending against the punch, always keep that in mind. And with that in mind, as they grab, since we know there's probably a punch coming, what we're going to do is we're going to counter grab the wrist, and we're going to step into soft bow and push up on the fingers and get them up off their toes, and then we're going to rock our elbow to try to break or hyperextend their elbow. That should protect us from any strikes. Hammer fist the groin, push the arm down or slam it down as we back fist the face. Again, counter grab, step the soft bow. You should be pushing up on the fingers and breaking or hyperextending that elbow or damaging it as best you can. Hammer fist the groin as we hang on to the hand, slam the hand down, and check it as we back fist, or you can maintain the grip for further action against your opponent. Again, grab, soft bow, break the horse, back hammer fist, back fist. Okay, from this angle, grab, break, hammer fist, back fist. Again, hammer fist, back fist. From this angle, counter grab, you're just grabbing the wrist, step the soft bow, push it up on the fingers as we break into horse, hanging onto the grip, hammer fist the groin, then back fist the face as we slam the hand down or push it out of the way to get to the face. And that is rocking elbow.